Welcome back to the Trading Desk. Now, Matt, we were talking about asset allocation. Now, what exactly does that mean?
Well, I think, I don't know. I mean, the bottom line is, nobody knows. I mean, you hear, I say that facetiously because you always hear the experts and the advisors, again, saying you must be, diversified.
So it's a way of diversifying your portfolio.
It is a way of diversifying your portfolio. However, there's a lot of different philosophies when it comes to asset allocation. A lot of people think you need to be in the markets all the time. I personally don't think you need to be in the markets in every asset class all the time.
So you're saying time is definitely one big component of everything?
Time is absolutely a big component. Just because you own stocks and let's say they've been going up as they have recently for month over month and they're up 90%, it might not be the best time to continue buying, say, the stock asset class. So I think you always have to look at where you are in the cycles because everything does have a kind of an ebb and flow.
And same with life cycle as well. I mean, myself being a 20-something individual can take maybe perhaps more of a risk.
Absolutely.
And bounce back from it, whereas somebody maybe going into retirement can't exactly.
Absolutely, that's a great point, Nicole, and that's absolutely correct. Because if you're nearing retirement and you've got a nest egg of $1 million, you don't want to put it into riskier assets per se. I mean, you want to have a portion of it still always in the risk component, but absolutely, life cycles is a major component, and that's a great point that you brought up. So if you're 25 versus 60, you've got different parameters and different goals in mind when you're looking at your diversification and your allocation.
So what are some of the classes? Like, what are some asset classes?
Well, the obvious ones that people talk about are stocks, bonds, commodities, futures, currencies.
Real estate?
Real estate is absolutely a component of it, but again, I think real estate has
it's
been
a little risky, right?
Well,
depending on where you're at.
You know what? It's actually maybe not as risky as it was, say, 4 years ago.
True.
This is, it's when it was not risky is when people were buying, but now it is risky, so it's actually wiser maybe when people hate something, maybe it's time to look at it. You really need to change your mindset. But another asset class I want to talk about, and I talk about all the time, and why we're doing the trading desk, is trading. Trading is an asset. You should have a portion of your assets ready to be employed on the sidelines, so when you get opportunities to make some money in different areas, trading is a way to do that.
So people right now are going towards the trend of saving. I have to hold on to my money.
Absolutely.
So are you recommending that people don't perhaps put everything in a savings account? Maybe they use some of their funds towards.
I think savings is a component of asset allocation. You should always be saving a chunk of your income for a rainy day, for different asset classes, for stocks, for bonds, and when you get that money, then you can employ it. So savings is a major component
so again,
of the
it's
whole
part
puzzle.
Of that time cycle.
It is.
It all depends on where you're at.
It is.
What you can do with it.
It is. So again, asset classes, but I want to talk more about the trading as an asset class because you can take a small piece of your risk capital, if you will, and put it to work and be more aggressive and look for opportunistic areas to put your money into trades, like we talked about in opening the show. Hey, maybe I know something about stamps, or maybe I know something about gold coins. Those are all
use your background knowledge of what you do know.
Absolutely.
Hopefully,
it is the Warren Buffett, Bill Gross all say, concentrate and work on the areas that you happen to know something about, and bring that knowledge and that information to your expertise when it comes to
and it'll also be more interesting for you.
Exactly.
It's just like playing a game.
It is a game, and it's the best game out there in the markets right now. So when we come back to the trading desk, we're going to have an interview with James Altucher. He's a hedge fund manager and Financial Times and Wall Street Journal writer, and you're watching the Trading Desk on COTV Channel 11.